Hey, I'm Anne, and today I have a little bit of a different thing that we're doing. This is not a new series. This is just because I last minute realized that the video Arlo and I had recorded for Dinkum that was supposed to release today, in fact, is only Arlo's audio. I somehow managed to mess that up completely. So there's almost no conversation happening in other videos. This will be an Anne only video. And then we are going to work on getting out a regular Dinkum episode early in the morning so that y'all can have a normal and an Arlo Dinkum video. But in the meantime, here is some Medieval Dynasty, which I was trying to share a little bit about during Arlo and I's most recent video, and that did not work out. But I've been playing a little bit of this lately and enjoying it. It's very pretty, and basically you start out as this guy. You don't have a choice on your character, but you can change the clothes a little bit. But your goal is to basically survive and build a town. This town I'm going to is not my town right now. This is the starting town, where I think the character's father and his friends founded this little town here. And since then, the father has passed on, and now you have returned here to start your own journey. So, you have a couple things you're supposed to do. I've played through one game year so far. Let me show you oops. So here's my character, now age 19. I think I've mentioned before in some other episodes, but you do have an inventory management where each item has weight, which is not how I'm used to playing. So as you collect items, like right now I'm carrying 60 sticks, then they add to your weight, and eventually you're immobilized if you're holding too many things that are too heavy. I've only got one stone on me, but it weighs one weight, and I can carry up to 50, or 1 kilogram, I guess. I can carry up to 50 kilograms. You do have to also manage your clothing for the different seasons. So right now the temperature is pretty good, and I've got a hat on that is actually helping with my temperature, which you wouldn't think it would because it's a winter cap, but it does add some heat protection and cold protection. And since I'm just back at the start of the year, right now the weather is cool, so that's good. You do also have to drink and eat regularly or your character will die. So far in this one I've managed to not die yet, but my husband Greg and I did play together in a group world, and we managed to die like a lot. Everything kept killing us. But usually this is like a pretty low stress environment. This is the world, so there are some main little towns. You start out like up here and you just walk down in, and then you can choose wherever you want to build your base. So I ended up deciding over here, which I'll show y'all in a little bit. But these are all little sections that I've built. These are my fields. I built some pathways, and then I've got some villagers. So each of those little people represents one of my villagers. And we can see we're in spring of year 2. But the day progression the year or season progression is wild to me. It's instead of, like 28 game days, it is 3 game days. They're a little bit long game days, but only 3, which is interesting. Here are my people. They're not very happy people because I don't really have great jobs for them. But hey, their moods have actually improved since I first started. I didn't realize I needed to provide them with housing right away. So I had a lot of homeless little people, and I have to give them water and food as well. So there's definitely a strategy to this game of how you place your different buildings that you can build, and how you recruit people. So right now I've got a lumberjack, a hunter, and then a cook. But the cook doesn't really do too much at the moment because the hunter, I'm not even convinced does anything. So basically anytime I hunt something, I just bring it in and then the cook cooks it. Also, I'm not really sure if the lumberjack's really doing anything either. But I do have some fun with this game. So let me see. We're looking at this map here. I was seeing that there's a quest over here, and then this quest. This quest, I know the lady had something. I think she wanted some clothing materials, and I do not have access to get the clothing materials.
How are you?
So let's see. Dear sir, can you help me with an errand? What is it about? Yes, she wants to create some pants for local folks, but she ran out of materials. And I know I'm not going to be able to do that one right now, so I'm just going to skip it for the moment. And let's take a little stroll and see if we can find out what the next quest at the neighboring village is. This game also has really lovely music and scenery. You do have to watch out. Oh, I ran too much and my stamina ran out. You do have to watch out for some wild animals. Actually, let me see if I can show you here. So, here I am. And if I've come across an animal's territory as I've gone through this game, then it marks off what animal's in that area. And so, for example, over here I think we've got lynxes, maybe? Hold on. Yeah, lynxes. And so they will attack me if I get too close. But I can hunt the rabbits, and in theory I can probably catch fish, but I don't know how to do that right now. I've not managed to capture any birds. I did nearly get killed by, oh, I think this is a weasel. Let me see. Badger? It was a badger. The badger nearly killed me. They're vicious, vicious things. Anyhow, I don't know why that's checked. Remove that. But I think, oh yeah, I kind of went the wrong way. This is where we're going to go to the burrow. So let's go ahead and get going that way. And then probably after we visit there, I'll go ahead and show you my little town. Oh, and I've just discovered a white-tailed eagle and fishing spot. Wow, lots of animals are over here. Oh, you can kind of see the bird there. I think there's a way to crouch, but honestly, I don't remember. And it's been a minute since I was playing this. Wonder if I can. Nope. Okay, never mind. Cancel, cancel, cancel. Here we go. It's rolling away from me. There we go. Alright. So there's a lot of collection in this game too. So for example, if I hold down Alt, I can see what resources nearby I can gather up. These are a lot of reeds that I used for building houses, like the roofs of houses. And actually, hold on, let me find my spear again. One, okay. Just in case, because I don't know what I'm going to come across. These are berry bushes, but they are not actually ripe right now. And if I collect them, then I just have unripe berries in my pouch that will poison me. So yeah, I'm not gonna collect them right now. If I'm able to catch the rabbits, I just saw it pop up that there are rabbits over here. Then I will totally catch the rabbits. Ooh, leather. Wow, okay, I haven't come over here before. Ooh, some salted meat. That's great, actually. We'll take all of that. Occasionally you'll come across these things that have been left on the roads. Is that a knife? Hoo hoo hoo, knife. For some reason, the little items that are dropped by whoever probably got robbed. Ooh, oat ale? Really? But they don't show up highlighted, so you have to just like really keep an eye out to see what's hanging around. Alright, I think that's most of it. Okay, let's keep going. I did research this game a little bit before I started playing it, because if it was going to be all fighting and trying to survive, then it was definitely not something I could play by myself. But it's mostly a strategy game, which I don't really do a lot of like management strategy games like this, but I have been really enjoying it so far, and I like that I get to choose where all of my buildings and things go. I get to choose how everything gets organized. Um, let's see on the map. One thing I really, really, really dislike about this game, though, is that it's like impossible for me to find anybody. If it tells me go find so and so, oh my gosh, I have like no chance. I have to talk to every single villager, and then sometimes the one I'm looking for does not show up. There aren't any indicators except for these quest points, and they only do the quest point on like the main people. So if that quest person tells me go talk to so and so, I just have to hunt around and hope that I find the person. These people can all be hired to come live in my city, but I don't have space, so we're not going to do that right now. But anyway, so let's go see if we can find the person with the exclamation point. Thinking it's this guy.
How are you?
Yes. Nino Dwin, age 26. We need your help. Last night there was a terrible storm that destroyed our house.
Pottery is a little bit like magic.
Could you please help us gather resources and rebuild it? I will pay you with a great reward. Yeah, let's do it. So, what does he need? The other thing is you can't see exactly what you need to get in advance. So, I don't know what it is that he needs. So, okay, so in this case he needs 6 stones and 20 logs. So let's go ahead and track that. And we can take care of this pretty quick. Get out my axe. These trees are too close to the village, so it's popping up all those blocked signs. That just means it's part of their, I seem to be stuck. I'm not sure why I'm stuck. Hold on, let's see if I can unstuck. I have had to use unstuck a couple times. There we go. Alright. Still blocked. Alright, we'll keep going. But again, since we have the weight management, it means I'm going to have to lug all of these trees back with me. They are heavy. I can only hold a couple at a time. Oh, and if the tree falls on top of you, it can totally kill you. So that's fun. I've had a couple near-death tree experiences, but thankfully they haven't actually killed me yet. And usually they fall away from you like this, but not always. So if any of you play this, watch out for the trees. The video, whenever I was learning about the game a little bit to see if I was going to be interested in playing it or not, the person that was explaining that mentioned the tree deaths and that you're like more likely to be killed by trees in this game basically than by anything else. And I thought that was funny. Oh gosh. Oh no, okay. Okay, I'm still alive, y'all. Barely. Wow, okay. I don't even, it just came at me. Alright, so let's see if I have anything to keep me from dying. Water, poisoning, alcohol. Oh yeah, my plantains. Let's eat a bunch of plantains. Well, good example. Near tree death. Oh, drat. I do not recommend. Okay, cool. My health is good now. Let's see if we can continue to not die by tree. You can also see on the bottom left bar, there's like a little weight symbol. And that is because my person is now being slowed down. Stand away from the tree, away from the tree. Oh my gosh, see, that's why they come at you. They bounce back sometimes. I don't know how accurate this is for tree hazards, but I guess tree cutting can be like really dangerous. Anyways, so now my person is steadily getting slower and slower, so this is the fastest I can just walk. And if I try to sprint, it's a very slow sprint. But I seem to be in an area that is free of wolves and things, so that is definitely a good thing, otherwise I might be dead. He did also want some rocks. So let's get a couple rocks. Might weigh me down a lot more, but I think I only needed 6. Let's see if I can get... I'm on the edge here. Okay. Woo! I'm almost immobilized. At the top, you can also see that I'm about midway through the season. Where it's got that little green flower is the progression of spring. So right now I'm in day 2 of 3 of the entire season. Oh good, the guy didn't move. Hello, sir. Here you go. Great. Okay, so we only need 4 more logs, and then we'll have completed his quest. As you complete quests, you also get some, I don't know what to call it. Basically, the people in the villages, like, respect you more a little bit, I guess. And so they're like, oh, cool, we will consider coming to work for you, basically. So if you don't have enough renown, oh, that's what it is, it's like renown. If you don't have enough renown with the villagers by doing quests, then they will not come to live with you. And you kind of need them to progress further in the game. I think that was all the logs I needed. And then also, if you want to build more buildings, so for example, when you start, I think you can only build like 5 buildings maybe. One of those has to be a house for your new resident. One doesn't have to be, but kind of should be, I think, a well. And then if I knew what I was doing, I would have also built immediately a storage shed. I did not know what I was doing, and I did not immediately build a storage shed, and later had some issues with it. But it all worked out. I got my renown back up, and have been able to... I don't know where the guy went. Oh, he's over here. Oh, okay, he's hiding by a tree. Yay! Oh, so my reputation, there it is. It went up 60 points, so that's pretty cool. Ooh, people management. Okay. So I do already manage some people. So it's just reminding you that we need to give them some jobs, and I can manage them in the management tab. So, thank you. Cool. Okay, so let's go to my house now. So this is another quest that I'm avoiding because I'm gonna die because they're bandits, and so I quickly abandoned that. Oh, another fun thing about the quests is that the quest length, so like this is one of the main quests, the, the years until the quest expires is 17 game years. So that's kind of wild. But you are supposed to like create a dynasty. So you're supposed to build your house, build your community, get people to come work for you, and then eventually have an heir, and then you continue the game as that child. And then it could theoretically go on and on, I guess. I am only 1 year into this game, so I'm definitely not far along. To avoid any potential hazards, I like to skirt along the edge of the water, which also in summer is a boost because you can walk a little bit in the water, and if you're far enough in the water, it'll cool you off, which is nice. Although now that I've got some better equipment, like my little hat, it helps with my heat protection, and so it prevents me from having to do too much stuff. But also right now it's spring, so yeah, not the best example, but that's okay. I can see the mushrooms and things. These broadleaf plantains I like to collect a lot. Oh my gosh! Oh, I leveled up in survival. I thought something was attacking me. When something attacks, it starts this really intense music sequence, and it is really scary to me. Oh look, I'm dirty. Okay, so one of the things I'll show in a minute too that I got really excited about was I was able to finally make myself a wash tub, which doesn't sound that exciting, but let me tell you, not having to run into the water in winter in order to bathe and have my little character freeze to death is a huge benefit. Here's my town! Can you believe it? Look at it, it's giant! This is all just like flat ground, and now it is a little bustling village. So let's start off with my house. Well, actually, okay, here are my fields. I don't really need to do anything with the fields. I don't need to water anything, which I love. All I had to do is buy the items and then plant them. Um, and then they just grow, I guess, during the season. I'm not really sure how to collect or harvest anything because I don't think anything's actually grown yet. But that's okay. Here is my house. The houses are pretty basic. You just pick from a template and then you put in the resources. So I have 3 beds, some storage, and then a little fireplace. And then if we go over here, this is our water well. So I can drink some water from here if I want to. And this should be more sanitary water. You could theoretically get like poisoned from unsanitary water. This is the house I built for my first villager. And here's my wash tub. So let's take a bath. This is the bathing. It's very quick. Ta-da, I'm clean. If you are dirty and try to talk to villagers to make requests for things, or I don't know, just try to buy stuff, then if you are too dirty, they will not talk to you and they will tell you to leave. Here's one of my villagers working away on some wood, I guess. Let's see if she put anything in the chest. Some firewood and sticks. And if I put, I don't think I have any, but if I put any logs in here, then she will turn them into planks, which is nice. Or if I put them in my storage shed, which is up here. Oh, this over here is another person's house, most recent addition to my village. And then right here, this is main storage. So anything I put in here, my little villagers can come through and use for anything they need. So if they need fur for something, or I don't know, then they can come in here and grab it. This oat ale I'll probably end up selling because it's worth a lot of money. Unfortunately, the prices on these things, like for example this oat ale, down here it says that it's worth 100 coins. Guess what? It's a lie. Maybe because I'm not good at bargaining or something. But if I try to sell this, I usually get only half the value. So if I buy it, it's 100 coins. But if I try to sell, it's not. It's like 50. Oh, here are the unripe berries. They do plus 20% poisoning. Yeah. Okay, so let's go over here. This is the food storage. So anything I put in here, my little people can come and eat. And if I add this raw meat, then is it raw meat? Yeah, plus 13 poisoning, yeah. So if I add that here, then my cook will come over and collect it and then go turn it into roasted meat, which is really nice. The salted meat, yeah, it dehydrates you a little bit, but it still gives you food. And I think they can actually still cook the salted meat, so I'll go ahead and add that there. I honestly don't know what the unripe berries are going to be for, but I haven't really needed them yet. I also am really fortunate to have found a backpack while I was wandering around. Oh, here's the cook. Yeah, they don't put anything in this chest. It's decoration. So the backpack that I have allows me to hold more items at a time, which is really useful. I can't really cook anything. Oh, here. So I am allowed 1 trap. Not a lot of traps. But with that trap, I can get at least 1 rabbit every game day, which is something. Definitely not nothing. Let's go put the meat in here. I chose this location because it was pretty tree-free on the map, which is nice. So again, if we look here, like this, I don't know, textured section is all trees and stuff, I think. And so I'm kind of on some plains with a little bit of rocks, close to water, close to one village, close to my starter, like the starter village you start out in, and then close to this tiny little town. You can't get everything from every town. So for example, if I wanted a seamstress, I need to go all the way to Dinkum, and that is quite the trek, let me tell you. And on the way, I also encounter um, the lynx, and they're scary. I did also attempt to hunt a wild boar and a deer. The wild boar are terrifying. That did not go well. That almost killed me. The deer are not as aggressive, thankfully. They just run away for a really long time. And then I kind of end up running into the wolves or the lynxes. And so I did actually manage to take down one deer, but that was only because I had a bow on me. And I have not been able to make any more arrows. So yeah, until then, we're just not. My skill tree, so I got a survival skill point. Oh, two, I have two. Hoo, hoo, hoo. So I've already spent some points on um, my experience gained from survival activities, so I've maxed that out. Then I've also got the survival sense, so I can access that alt button that lights up anything I can collect. Super useful. I maxed out my slowing down of the loss of my food and water, which is great. I haven't maxed out yet the health levels or my temperature tolerance. I might do my health levels just because I get killed really easily just by falling trees. This one is alcohol resistance. Um, your little character can drink the alcohol, and I'm just not really sure what happens except for maybe a buff. Um, at one point in the plot, they do make your character take a drink. Like it's just your uncle or whatever, or I guess it's not actually an uncle, but your father's best friend or something's like, cheers to the passing of your father or something in his memory. I can't remember. And then your character has like just takes the drink, and you're like, what? They didn't even really wobble around, so I'm not really sure what happens with that. 10% slower stamina consumption, 10% less damage received. Ooh, that actually sounds really good too. The water movement is not so important for me. I'm going to go ahead and get one skill point for the damage received. You know what? Let's go with two. Nice. Production facilities I've done just a tiny bit with. Diplomacy I've got like basically nothing in. I'm not really sure how to become more of a diplomat. Oh, okay. It says conversing, flirting, and trading. Guess I need to talk to people more. My farming knowledge, very limited. I have tiny, tiny little bits of fields. Let's see what else. Technology. As you gain more skill points, you can buy recipes for things, which kind of stinks because I continue to be poor. Um, like I only have 118 coins, and to buy like this takes up like half of my funds just to build a fence. So I don't really need a fence or a chest or a firewood pile. A lot of the things you can build are also just decorative. So for example, if I press Q, this opens up my crafting inventory, or not inventory, my crafting options. So I can handcraft things with whatever's in my inventory, or actually whatever's in the storage facility here. So if I'm close enough, it'll draw stuff to me from the storage facility, which is great. So I could build more pickaxes, another shovel, a basic spear and stuff. And if I wanted to build like a building, then I can place down the template for it. So now I've unlocked all these other house types, but these small, simple wattle houses are just the ones that I've actually been using. Um, these were more involved. These require a lot of planks and things, and logs and stuff that just weren't quite as easy. Actually, no, I wonder if I could do that simple wattle house. What is the difference between this one? Oh, okay, so since a small simple wattle house, this is a bigger one. So I guess I could make, gosh, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of logs. This game is definitely like tedious a little bit. Like you spend a long time collecting items. When Greg and I were playing together, it was definitely so much faster to have two people working on something at once because Greg was like chopping down stuff and I was just like wandering around and gathering other items and finding food and things. And so with that together, we were able to like progress super, super fast. But by myself, I'm just slowly working my way along. Like this one requires 36 planks. Like just getting 36 logs is time consuming by itself. But these can house more people. Although right now you can see my building limit. I can't build anything else until I get some improved renown. Um, I need to build at some point a farm shed too. So some of these things though are just decorative. So for example, let's see. Nope, let me go back out. There we go. Furniture decorations. Like these things, I can't necessarily even sell stuff. The rabbit traps, I've already maxed out. I can only have one rabbit trap. And these I need to buy schemes. So the bird trap, I guess, will allow me to catch one bird. I can't afford that. I don't have enough technology for that or that. So, yeah. What I've been doing for money was chopping down trees and collecting sticks and stuff, and then building as many spears as I could, because I could sell the spears for a pretty decent amount of money, and I just need to make a lot of them. So it's slow and probably not the most efficient method, but it's what I've been doing. I've managed to survive the 1 year, made it through winter, which is exciting. I had to spend like all of my money in order to get this hat and then my winter coat. I'll show you my winter coat. It's actually a pretty nice little winter coat. Okay, it's not in there. Wait, no. Yeah, I wonder if I put it in the general storage. But nobody else, I don't think, will take my winter coat. Thankfully, my little villagers all seem to have their own clothing. Oh yeah, here's my winter coat. And look, I have winter collar. I look super fancy, I just am missing the pants and stuff once I put these on. So let's go winter coat. Boom, winter collar. Ta-da! My feet and legs are bare, but that's okay. I'll take that back off. My little person will overheat if I leave them on too long. Alright, so let's put that back and that back. But anyways, thanks for joining me, y'all. Sorry about the mishap with the video for Dinkum that was supposed to come out this morning. We will hopefully have that out before too long with both Arlo and I talking. But we hope y'all have a great day. And goodbye. Thanks for joining me.